When I'm working on a space, especially decorating it, I want to pull out all the items that I have, new and old, so you're going to see me do that next. Right now this is like all the new stuff I've brought in, but I want to know what I'm working with so I see how many items I can put in each space. I don't want to put a ton in the entryway and then not have some left over for the rest of the house. And I feel like every season and every project's a little bit different, so definitely pull everything out so you can see it, spread it out so you know what you're working with. I'm actually going to be adding some color into my house for fall. I'm not gonna lie, I'm super excited and super nervous all at the same time. Sometimes when I put color up, it doesn't make it long and it comes right back down, but I'm hoping since this is just a very earthy tone, I'm gonna love it. So the blanket I'm not sure about yet, and this piece, it's a little bit different. I ordered these off Amazon, but I can paint them to match. So basically what started this is I have some high-end pieces. So I went into Pottery Barn and found these pieces and fell in love with them, but I didn't get a ton because they're so pricey. I can link these for you, but we're gonna be talking about several different budgets today when we're decorating for fall. So the next level are like these back here, and I found almost the same design, which I could rough them up a little bit if we wanted to. And these were $30, which are still kind of pricey. Or you can do Amazon, which I feel like this is a different color, so I'm still gonna have to DIY it unless you like the color. But I bought all these to test out some different DIYs. Now, if you like this color, leave it. But if you're wanting this look for less, I got 2 different DIYs I'm gonna be testing out for you to see if we can get kind of this vibe that's going on. And then I also grabbed some florals because I feel like I don't love a ton of greenery out, especially mine that looks super springy. I like to switch it out. And then I grabbed this bag. It's kind of like that driftwood pieces. I thought it would look good for fall time. So I've got all of this. This is like all my new stuff, but I'm gonna have Chase bring down my just previous decorations from last fall and see what we have in there. I like to pull everything down so I know what I'm working with. So I'm gonna get that tub, get it down here. Then when I'm decorating, I know exactly what I have, and I like it all being in one spot. It could be on the floor, it could be on the coffee table, the dining room. It just kind of happened to be here this year, and then I can start pulling from it as I decorate like all the spaces around me. Here is the tub from the attic. So I don't have a ton in here. I have a lot of smaller ones and this soft one. So if I need to paint any of these, I'll do it later, but I kind of want to get decorating before I start touching those. This is a DIY I did in last year's fall video if you want to go back and watch it, but basically it's a styrofoam pumpkin and then you cut a hole in it and just put the florals in it. So I could choose to do any of these. So I'm sure I'll do that later if you want to see. But we're gonna do the painting first so it has time to dry so I can decorate with it before this video ends. I've done some research and there's actually 2 different ways to get like the textured look on the pumpkins if that's something you're going for. It doesn't have to be pumpkins, like say it's bases or just something like that. Here's the paint color I used, and it's because I found it on Pinterest and they said it was the best like look-alike paint for the Pottery Barn. And I'll pop up a picture right here of like, they did like jack-o'-lanterns. I'm not real big into holiday, like Halloween decor. I'm more into fall, so I'm just gonna do normal pumpkins, but that is the color. So you can either take like 2 spoonfuls of baking soda and put it in here to get the texture, or if you can find this, this is a spray paint with textured on it. Can you kind of see the like this lid? I could not find it anywhere and I came across it at Hobby Lobby for $12.99. So you might check your like Home Depot or Lowe's, something like that. But if you can't find it, like I said, I found mine at Hobby Lobby, and then you can just spray that texture on. I'm gonna do both because I wanna see if I like one of the textures better. I wanna see how it turns out at the end. And then at the end, you put on, once it dries, this like loose chalk, and that's what kind of like whitens it and ages it some. So I've been dying to test this out, so let's go ahead and get started. this stuff is amazing. Like, I love the texture on there, and it was so easy to do. So I'm gonna let this dry and then we'll paint it, but I am super impressed with this. I decided not to put the textured spray on this one because I really like the concrete look. So I think I'll want it to like break up some of these pieces, and if not, I can paint it later. So this one, I'm gonna do the other method where I add baking soda to this and you just paint it on. So you miss the whole step of having to spray and let it dry. You get to go straight to it, but I feel like the texture may be a little bit different. So I'm gonna pour some of this out so I have paint to paint the other pumpkin, and then I'm gonna mix in baking soda to paint this one so we can kind of compare the two. Just a little tip, even if you're not gonna be doing two different types of DIYs, you're definitely gonna wanna pull some of that paint out if you're gonna be adding in baking soda. Otherwise, it's gonna overflow, so definitely dump it out into a bowl. You can even mix it there if you don't wanna mess up like what it actually comes in, but definitely dump some of that out. Otherwise, it's gonna overflow as you try to mix in the baking soda. So far, first impressions, I love the paint color. Like, I think once we add in this like loose chalk, once it dries, which I'll link for you, I think it's going to match those or be that same concept. I don't know about the texture yet. Like, I think I'm gonna have to add a lot more. Something I read was just like 2 like spoonfuls for like your sample size. It did nothing. So the next one, I'm gonna add a whole lot more in for the next layer. But so far, you can't even tell. Like, I really don't think there's a texture on it other than the strokes from the paintbrush. So keep in mind, you're gonna have to add a lot more than what they say. So far I am liking this. Now, it is more of a uniform spray, where this, once I get this right, it may be more organic. So we'll keep messing with this, and like I said, once they dry, then we'll be able to do this layer and really compare it. But while these are drying, I probably will start decorating the rest of the house because I'm so ready to get my fall up. Now, I have changed up this space just a tad since I filmed this video, so if you want to see the changes I made, definitely head on over to Instagram and I'll show you an updated photo of how this space looks. A really easy fall decor idea is just to put tons of mini pumpkins into anything, like bowls, platters, cake stands, whatever. You're gonna see me do this again later, like towards the end of the video, but it really does just make for a fun, like seasonal thing, but you didn't have to spend a lot of money because you can use pieces you already have, and you can get really cheap pumpkins just to throw in, and it looks high end. I am a little overwhelmed just trying to process all this color and space it out. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, do I leave these black pieces up or do I flip them out for the terracotta? Like, I don't want to get too much like orange and black in here where it seems Halloweenish. So I'm trying to decide if I take those out, I'll probably just have to mess with it. I also want to get my centerpieces done, like my coffee table and my dining room table, because those are the hardest part for me, and I feel like they're going to call for one of these bigger pieces. but I'm trying to decide if like this color is gonna look okay, like with the color wood already. So I'm gonna pull that off and try to do something really good over here. I feel like it has to be grand. We still have more decorating to do in this space. I'm just not there yet. So I feel like my centerpiece really has to like grab your attention.
Every change has a reason. Baby, let it come to you. Every soul.
It was definitely bittersweet decorating for fall this year. I love decorating for the holidays, but I feel like we just got in and we just got settled, and I love how I decorated the house. So I definitely kept pictures of everything. I'm curious to see if everything will go back exactly how I had it, or I will want to change it when I go back and just put up normal decor like after all the holidays. But I will say it was definitely bittersweet because I absolutely love fall decor, but I was so happy with the way we had decorated the house. So like I said, it was definitely bittersweet. Coffee tables are so hard for me to decorate. I don't know what it is. I'm getting to the point I just want to put nothing on it. Like when I go into like restoration hardware, they either have one massive piece on it or I feel like it's just empty, and I love the vibe of that store. Like it's just very bold pieces but very few pieces, and I feel like that's my style. Like it's just very calming to me. So I'm trying to balance that out with like fall decor, which I feel like is very cozy, and there's a lot of items, like there's a lot of little pumpkins and stuff like that. So I haven't decided which style I like best and which way it's gonna stay. You're gonna see me change things a lot as I'm decorating, and I feel like sometimes like influencers or content creators may be guilty of just like putting something up and making it look like that was our first attempt. But in this video, I was really trying to show you that it takes several tries. Like when we're decorating our house, it's a lot of trial and error. So when you're decorating your home, don't feel like you have to get it right the first time. Put something up. If you don't like it, take it down. You may even like it in that spot, but it looks better somewhere else. So it does take some tweaking. This is such an easy DIY to do. So like I said, all you have to do is get one of those styrofoam pumpkins, which may be a little pricey if you buy it from like Hobby Lobby. Just make sure you get it half off, but then you can continue to reuse it every single year. You can use it inside, you can use it outside, you can change up like whatever floral arrangement you want in it. But I always just think it's so fun. Like last year, I think I had more like greenery in here, but I'm really loving this look. So now it's just finding a place to put it.
We get down to the beat, y'all. We get down to the beat, y'all. We get down to the beat, y'all. It's like we're not going anywhere. Maybe it's because there's something in the air. And I don't.
Another little tip I like to do when I'm decorating, especially with like pumpkins, is take these like pumpkins that are like fabric or something, and they're really not like breakable, and you can put them on candle stands and they always look so cute. And then if it gets knocked over, it's not gonna break. But I always love putting these throughout the house, just in different places. I just went and grabbed the other pumpkin because it was dry. I seriously love this texture. We got to work on this one, but I'm letting that first coat dry. I really think this one's only going to take one coat because the texture's on there, which I guess technically it's two, but just spraying that on was so easy. So I'm going to put the paint on and see what we think.
No, no, I don't even care anymore. It's like we're losing all track of time. I just got one thing on my mind. Baby, one day I'm hoping that you will be mine. Turn my life around. Wow. So where do we go when everything feels like it just stays the same?
I did want to let you know, once I get everything settled and where I think it's gonna stay, because even off camera, sometimes I wake up and I'm like, okay, I don't like that there. If you stay until the end of the video, I actually come back in with another clip showing you just like a change or two, but I'm sure I'm still gonna tweak a few things. So I will be putting out like a fall home tour video so you can see if I add anything, what sticks, what doesn't. I'm curious in that video, will colors still be in my house? I don't know. I feel like sometimes I do stuff like this and then I wake up and I like yank it all down. So definitely be on the lookout for that video if you want to see what stays and what doesn't and what comes in, just all the fun changes.
I just got one thing on my mind. Baby, one day I'm hoping that you will be mine. Turn my life around. Wow. Yeah. Where do we go when everything feels like it just...
I really feel like I still need black on this. As much as I love the like light and bright and airy, there's a part of me that loves it, but then there's another part of me that has like black and black and black, and I want it to feel like we have enough over here. And it looks like it right now because like the TV's off, but when that TV's on, I feel like this wall's gonna just be, I don't know, like I said, there's a part of me that loves it, but there's another part of me that's like, it just needs a few black touches. So I'm gonna see what I can pull in that I already have, like maybe just normal decor, and see what I can do. I'm gonna look in this cabinet and see what I have. Also, if you've made it already halfway through this video, thank you so much for being here. I wanted to go ahead and give you a sneak peek for staying here of the next video that's coming up. It's gonna be like a whole house declutter and organize. It felt so good to get it done. So definitely make sure you're subscribed with your notification bell checked, so when I post that video, you don't miss it. It's definitely getting better. It's not there, but I do love like the pops of black. I think this black's a little too big or thick, so I've got to find something else. But I'm so glad I had those. They were in my laundry room and I grabbed them. And it's like the perfect mix because there's black, so you see it, but it's those thin little strips. So I'm loving that. Still don't have my coffee table figured out. I knew these would always be the hardest thing I ever have to decorate, and so I have it down for like non-holidays, but it's always going to take me a little while to figure them out with holidays because I don't like a ton of stuff, but I don't want them to look empty. They have to be very balanced. And so I'm struggling with that, and then also adding color, and this is the first time decorating for fall in this house. It's just like a lot. So I'm really liking this flower arrangement here, so I'm gonna leave that. I just feel like you walk in and it's like boom. I want to work on the inside of that like platter bowl thing. I've got to find a spot for these. The paint's drying. I do want to go ahead and like throw out this throw. I think it'll add a lot right here and kind of work on this area some.
Oh, I'm slipping away, so don't let me go, nah, 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 nah. I'm all up in that love.
anytime I start getting overwhelmed, I try to pull anything extra out of the space so I can see what it's actually looking like. So I pulled out all that extra stuff that was like sitting in the chairs and stuff, and it does make me feel better. There's a part of me that wants to just leave that blank. I don't know if that's an option, but I feel like there's so much going on here. It's just like, keep it simple. And then here is all the stuff I still have to work with if needed. And then like I said, these are still drying. So I'll have like places that those can still go. But I think now I'm gonna go back and try to tackle like arranging stuff within this bowl.
So don't let me go now. Your love is exceptional. It fills me up. It's out of control, out of control. Oh baby, I love the rush. It overflows. It's out of control, out of control. I'm in love. Yeah. I'm slipping away. Yeah. Just like I am dreaming, walking around in this love haze. I wanna stay in this feeling, but let me know that I am safe here in your.
This is actually another space that I've kind of tweaked and changed up as well already. So like I mentioned before, head on over to Instagram and I'll try to share all of this in my stories today while you're watching this, so you can just see some of the tweaks.
It fills me up. It's out of control, but baby, I love the rush. It overflows. It's out of control. Your love is exceptional.
So I'm having a hard time finding anything deep enough for in here that you can see it from when you walk in. And I already had 2 of these going. I'm gonna go ahead and paint the 3rd one, and I think it will look cool if I can make them all match and put it in there. So I'm gonna let these finish drying. I'm gonna get this one painted, and then the last step is putting this on it, which we'll do here in a little bit.
But baby, I love the rush. It overflows. It's out of control. Your love is exceptional. It fills me up. It's out of control, out of control. Baby, I love the rush. It overflows. It's out of control, out of control. I'm in love, deep in love with you, baby, yeah. 'Cause your love is exceptional.
Definitely stay until the very end of today's video if you want to hear my full review on what I thought about the DIY projects. Basically the painting of the pumpkins, which one I liked best, which one I didn't, if I thought it would be better for something else. I think you'll be surprised by my answer, so like I said, definitely stay until the end.
It fills me up. It's out of control. But baby, I love the rush. It overflows. It's out of control. It's exceptional. It fills me up. It's out of control. Baby, I love the rush. Come on, yeah. Out of control. I'm in love.
So all 3 pumpkins are painted. I did something different on every single one of them. So this was the one I just added a little bit of baking soda. I can't even tell the difference. I mean, maybe if I painted it with the normal thing, I could tell, but to me, it's super smooth. So take that with what you will. This is where I actually used the texture spray, and you can see it. Like, I don't even have to move the camera around. Like, you can see how speckled it is. So between these, I mean, this is still a beautiful finish, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely not textured like I was expecting it to be. I thought this would have like, not as many of these little bumps and grooves in it, but I thought it would have a few throughout. Now, this one still is drying, and I added a ton more baking soda on it, and it's gonna dry just like this one. Like, that baking soda is making it thick, kind of like a chalk paint, but it's not really adding a texture to it like I thought I would. So if you love this finish, which I do the baking soda, but if you're thinking you're gonna get like a texture out of it, you're definitely gonna need something like this because it made it way easier to get the texture. Now, if you don't like this much, you didn't have to spray as much. If you want more, you just spray more. So it's one of those. This one's pretty much almost dry. I think it is dry, yeah. So we're gonna start this process, which is just loose chalk is all it was. I ordered it off Amazon and they say just to apply it with a paper towel until you get the desired look. So let's see how this is gonna work out after all this painting.
I'm out of reasons, I'm out of rhyme, but I'll only tell you that I'm out of time. I'm sick of love songs, I'm tired of this, and I wanna tell you straight just like it is. You're watching me.
Don't judge me as we get up close. I haven't taken off the price tags yet, but I promise you I will. But I wanted to show you a comparison between all these colors. So this is the Pottery Barn, which this is more of an aged, and if you really wanted to get that, I think you could. Basically, I think they sell jack-o'-lanterns that look more like this. They just have a face on them. These were just the pieces that I bought. But if you liked this design, we literally got that approach. On camera, I'm seeing two different colors here, but in real life, there's not this big of a difference. Like, this looks way more tan, and it is a little more tan, but not as extreme as it is on camera. So I don't know why that happens sometimes, but it is very, very close. And like I said, this one was 30, which you could, this one was smaller. One of these was, two of these were $7.99, one was $6.99. If they're bigger, they cost more, but if you already have some, or if you're at Goodwill, the point is you can create this look so you don't have to spend the Pottery Barn prices. So this is what it looks like just painted. I will say this is the textured one. I'll do it next, but I wanted to show you how much it lightens it, and you can control how much you put on it. So if you wanted more of this color, you would just put less of the chalk on it, or more if you want more. I was not expecting it to come in this little bag. Like, I thought it would just be like tons of loose chalk in there. But it did work. I don't think it's coming across on camera how nice it actually looks. I do need to add just a little bit more chalk right there. But like, say I turn it and fix it, you really do get that high-end look for not a lot of time. You can tell I clearly need to go back over it. So I'll finish those up, but I was super impressed. So I just wanted to stop for a moment, pause, and kind of show you how it's coming together.
It is, and open my heart like you're fearless. Steal all the gold you can.
I still have one more to finish up, but I think that's gonna look perfect in here. I love that it's all the same color, and look how well it matches. Like, this is my Pottery Barn piece, and those are like my TJ Maxx pieces painted, and they all match it perfectly. So I can't wait to get that third one in here. I think it's gonna be perfect.
Show me your love, leave me breathless, breathless.
Here is another container I use to put, once again, small pumpkins in. I pick up these bags of pumpkins from like Ross and Home Goods and TJ Maxx, places like that, and you can normally get a really good deal on them. I didn't end up using them in this container. I switched it out later and moved them into the laundry room, and I love the container it's in now. But I put it in these two just so you can see options. You can put it in a bowl, you can put it in a jar, just whatever works best and you have on hand. So I'm feeling like I need a pumpkin down here, maybe right here. I have pumpkins that I save for like outdoor, but I think I'm gonna go grab like a white one and try it there and just see what we think. I think that's perfect there. I might need it for outside, so I might have to buy another one. I feel like I'm missing a whole fall tub. I could be crazy, but I feel like with every move, we at least lose one box or one tub. And I feel like I don't have all my pumpkins, but maybe I'll eventually find them. But for right now, this is good, and I can always pick one up if I need it for the front porch, which will be a separate video, so be on the lookout for that. I didn't end up touching up these vases or whatever you want to call them. They're a little bit darker, but I feel like they work in my kitchen. They still flow with the other pieces. If they were sitting right next to them, I feel like I would need to work on them, but since they're not, they're okay. No promises, I may touch them up later, but right now they're not bothering me. And then I finally found the perfect setup for this bowl, and it was just these 3 perfect sized pumpkins in them. All the little ones were just too much, and then you couldn't see like in it because they were like so low. So I feel like this worked out so well, and the pumpkins looked like they were made for it. But now I'm gonna go ahead and share with you clips throughout the whole house so you can see all the spaces we worked on and what they're looking like right now. Shocking, I know, but I already rearranged. It just looks better having the height over there and this one here. So I wanted to come back on now seeing like the textured versus like this is just with the baking soda, and I really do like this better. Like texture may be good on something else, but seeing it with the actual like chalk on it, these look way nicer than this. So I'm actually gonna flip these around where this isn't sticking out as big, but I just wanted to point that out. So if you guys do this project, I would do it without the texture, because I just feel like these look like higher end and just like nicer quality. We're gonna be transforming my, there's George, my front porch into fall, and I'm so excited to get it decorated. I should probably do this in the morning or the evening because of the lighting. Hopefully the shadows aren't gonna be too bad, but I'm just so ready to get it done. Everything's sitting in my garage, so let's make this look like fall. It's September here, and I'm just ready to look out my door and just to see all the pumpkins. I pulled everything out of the garage that I can use to decorate with. Not that I need all this. I might use all of it. I might use half of it. You just never know. I will say everything's fake here. I've just learned like over the years, I hate spending money on like hundreds of dollars on like mums and pumpkins, and then they all get trashed. So every year I've added a little bit more of like fake items in until like my whole setup's gonna be fake. I mean, like I have my real plants like in my flower beds, but as fall goes, I try to add on every year, especially like at the end of the season when stuff is clearanced. That way when I decorate, it still looks really good, but it's not gonna die. I can use it every single year. So these are what I invested in this year. They're faux moms. I actually have 2 or more of these out in the garage. I bought 2 of them, but they came as a set, so I didn't realize. So I'm gonna have 4 of those. I have 4 of the white ones. I will have to find a way to, like, I'm gonna put something underneath here so they stay up tall like that. They don't sink down. But, sorry if I'm out of breath. That was a lot of like going back and forth. I'm gonna get this cleaned up. I'm gonna move the mat off. We've just got like some bugs and stuff up here. I need to like clear all this out, clean it, and then we'll put it all back together and get the fun, cool fall vibes.
Gotta get it right now.
I always feel like the best way to get started on any makeover is just to clear out the space, get it clean. You definitely don't want to decorate an area that's dirty, especially if you're working outside. So I moved my mat, I'm sweeping everything. I'm going to clean off my door here in a second. Just make sure that area is like nice and tidy, so when you're decorating, you're not getting distracted. You can just work with a clean slate. I am going to leave as many links as possible down below in my description box, so if you see something you like, definitely check that out. I will say, while I'm editing this, the mums are sold out. They sell out quickly, so if they're back in stock, grab them because they won't last long. But now I'm going to start working on my front door. I love having this little handle thing from Jaws Cleaners. I have my coupon code with them as well. I love all their cleaners, but they came out with this tool and it has been so helpful in this house because I feel like I can clean up high and down low without straining myself. And we have really tall doors and windows here, so it's been a must for me. I don't even know if they have that in stock, but I'll leave their link and coupon code down below in my description box. Since I cleaned the outside, I'm gonna go ahead and go into my house and clean the door, just because like one side's clean, I want the other side. You can see George right there watching me. His tail kept moving when I first came in, but I want to get both sides clean just so when I'm decorating I don't see any fingerprints or cute little noses from my puppy dogs. I got the front porch all nice and clean, the door clean. I actually need to come do the window. I didn't even think about it, but I can do that later. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start setting this up. I have more of like a Halloween doormat, but it's smaller, which I might need for the pumpkins. But if I can make this one work, I'm trying not to do too seasonal stuff out here, just kind of keep it simple. Minus all of this. This is the only holiday I'll like really decorate the outside of my house. So I'm just gonna start throwing this up here. If you're new here, this is the first time I'm decorating this house for fall. We've only lived here a few months, so I have no idea how I'm gonna set it up. Some of these pieces I've had for years, some are brand new, so I'm just gonna put a little time lapse up and you guys can watch me try to figure this out.
Come take my hand, I will walk with you. I won't let go till you say so. There isn't anything I wouldn't do. Wanna make sure.
This area had actually been kind of stressing me out. Like, I was so excited to get it decorated, but I had never decorated this space. I had all new mums, and then I went to buy like planters for them and they're pretty much sold out everywhere. I was lucky and found some at Hobby Lobby on clearance, and then I found some at Lowe's, but I didn't know if they were going to be the right color, the right style. Was I going to be able to make them work? And I feel like it really came together. So definitely stay until the end of this video if you want to see how it turns out. But I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it how I liked it, if I was going to have to go back to the store to buy more, but it turned out perfectly with all the pieces I bought, and I can't wait to show you how it looks.
Without you, there is no tomorrow.
Here's a little update where we are. So I still have this guy left over. I have a white one. I have two orange ones that are still in the box if I need them. The problem is I just don't have a ton of like planters or pots, and the lighting's not being my friend. So basically you can see this cluster here and this cluster. I'm very symmetrical, so I like things the same. The only thing the opposite is like the taller orange one with the smaller white, taller white, smaller orange. So I did it like that. I may have to pause this video and wait for the sun to go down so I can show you guys what this is actually looking like, but so far I really like it. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I could also pull this out more and do it out here, but I feel like it gets busy and then it can blow way easier. I live in Oklahoma, so it's like super windy here. So I'm gonna go ahead and let the sun move a little bit, and then I'm also going to cut all the tags off these. I just don't like cutting tags off until I know it's gonna work. So I'm gonna work on cutting those off, finding something to build these up. Then I'm gonna let the sun settle a little bit, and then we can like regroup here in a few hours.
Sometimes I wonder where you came from. You are special, yeah, you're special. Everything about you is so beautiful. I am all yours if you let me stay. You're the one who gives my life color. There is no another with your hand.
I'm still trying to wait for the sun to go down, so I still have these two big pieces. If I can use them outside, if not, I could use them like on my back patio. I could still use them inside. I was wanting to use these white ones out there because I wanted a lot of mums. I will say, anytime you find an inspo picture like on Pinterest, everyone has steps or stairs on their front porch, and their fall decor is so dreamy, but I don't have that. So I'm trying to layer my mums the best I can without steps. So I had these bowls I bought. They are breakable, so they could get broke outside. I highly doubt it because they're so low to the ground. If it's gonna storm, I can grab them. But I was thinking, since I have extra mums left over, I could set these in it. And like in here it may look a little off, but I feel like outside it's really gonna help to like stair step the mums. So I might try those outside real quickly just to see how it looks, or if I need to figure something out. In a perfect world, I'd have a planter basically like this one out here, but I only have one of them, but it looks just like a big bowl. So I'm hoping with everything else this will just kind of blend in. So I'm gonna throw those outside and see what we think.
Let me go by your side. Let me go by your side. I wanna stay in your sunlight. I wanna wake up with you by my side. Without you,
I promise I'll come back out later where you can see this more, but can you kind of see how like things are at different levels or heights? Since I don't have stairs coming down, I can't just do that like on a different step. I kind of have to create those. And I don't want it crazy full up here. Like, I'm gonna have to sweep this every morning. We get bugs. This is real life. But I do like the clusters. I really love how symmetrical they are right now. This one you can see a little bit more because it's in the sun, but I think it's definitely coming together. We just got a few more tweaks or something. I had thought about buying pillows over here, and I still might. I just can't find the ones I love. And let me walk out here. I just don't want to spend a ton on pillows that I don't like. I really don't want them orangey, but I want them to feel fall. So if I find something, I'll put them there. And then you guys, if you've been around any length of time, you know Mr. Pumpkin Man. I will put him up, but I'm probably going to put him up like the 1st of October. I feel like right now it's just too early. Just with all, like, it's still going to rain and be windy. So Mr. Pumpkin will come. You'll just have to watch my stories over on Instagram to see him, because I doubt I do it like on a video. But I'm definitely happy with how it's coming together. So I told Chase I needed something to prop up my mums. So he found some stuff. What's nice with these is it will also weigh it down. Now, if there's a big storm, all of this is just gonna have to come in. It'll go in through the garage, but hopefully we're done with like the big major winds. That's too tall.
It's too tall.
Yeah, let's try this one because we had 2 of those in there. I wonder if this is a little bit shorter.
Yeah, this may work if it's wide enough at the top. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, that'll
and
do
we
it.
have 2 of those anyways. And then, like I said, it's full of chlorine, so it'll weigh down this. you have to really watch your weight out in Oklahoma, because things will just, a gush of wind will come out of nowhere and everything will be gone.
Oh yeah.
At least we have this brick wall here, so if it blows this way, it'll hit that. Little details like that matter, and they don't have to matter, but to me they matter. See like how it's floating right there, nice and perfect. Look how low this one has sunk down. So I mean, it's fine. This still looks good. If you just saw this, it looks fine, but there's always a little bit better, and it didn't take that much more effort. So all you have to do is put something in there. Plus for us, it's a double win because it's gonna hold it down. So he'll put that in there. We'll put this on, and then I don't have to worry about them slowly sliding down every time. They'll just stay nice and propped up. As much as I'm loving this, next year I'll probably do the all white vibe. I'll order a few more white ones. I'll leave the black like lanterns in, but then I'll probably do all white pumpkins. I just love an all white look. This is fun to do, to change it up. Plus I like adding color in for the holidays, just for Savannah while she's in the house. So I try to do it like every other year. But I'm telling them, as much as I love this, next year I'll probably do all white. Like remove
so
the orange. I like it.
It matches my OSU.
It does match our OSU. It's game day, so we both have on our OSU today.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I think this just pulls, like, it's so fall, but it pulls a little Halloween because there's so much orange and black. But at the same time, I love it. It just always takes me a little bit to like settle in with color. But it looks really good. I'll come back later when you guys can see it. So I feel like the lighting's getting better. I'll still wait for it to go all the way down. But I did bring this lantern out. I'm trying to decide if I like it. I wish I had two. I wish I could go back, and when I bought that one, I should have bought two, so I could have had it on both sides even for Christmas. So I'll have to be on the hunt next year if they like bring them back out. But it does make it like off, but do we like it? I have another tall one, but it's taller and skinnier, so I don't know if I need to bring that out, and it balances out. It's not like matching. I'm gonna go grab it. Because like I said, they're not perfect match, but at least they both have the extra height. So I might just try that, or we could just like take it out in general and just like less is more approach. So what do we think? As we come up, I need to move this one over. I can tell on the camera. Do we like it? I wonder if I should. It's on this rock. I'm trying to decide, like maybe I can move the taller one over here and then put this one on something over here to like raise it up. There's so many times I wish this was live. Like I was filming this live so you guys could help me. But I kind of like the lantern. We have the small ones. I might fiddle with it some and just see if I can get like some scenario to work out.
Sparkle in your eyes, some kind of shimmer in your presence, unlike no other I had met. You got me spinning out of context.
You definitely won't see it until you get up close, but I'm not against that. It's kind of like a little fun surprise. Like the closer you get to my front door, the more you see. But can you tell, like this one's taller, that one's shorter. Oh, I wish I had a matching set. I just found this at HomeGoods, so I might do some research. I know I tried ordering it online, but they didn't have it. But I may check a few other locations because I really like the vibe of the big one, but these also look really good inside. I don't know. I just wish I had matching ones, but I don't. So do I leave it? You guys will have to comment down below because I can still adjust this once this goes live. But I am loving like the color right now. It's kind of getting to be like golden hour. I love all the mums. I just love that everything's like fake out here. Like I don't have to come out here. I don't have to water. I don't have to worry about the pumpkins like rotting. I can reuse this like every single year and make it look exactly the same, which is so nice. I thought of this real fast. It's for my computer monitor. I was gonna use it and I wasn't gonna use it and I was gonna return it, but it may be perfect to use out here because it'll raise it up without looking like out of place or anything, and I can always use it like that. So I'm gonna set it up over here and see if it helps like make the height just close.
Really sure what I should do. This is the reason I am leaving. I can't live with or without you. Oh, won't you sing to me? There ain't no other way but to sing to me. As simple as I say. No need to overanalyze it. We grew apart more every day. When times get rough, I try to tell you we need to fight in every way. No hugs, no kisses could protect us.
So you walk up and boom. So I switched the sides. I feel like you don't see the clears much over here versus like, I mean it's clear, but you see it kind of like walking up, and we sit here a lot. So I think this way looks nicer and no one's ever coming from that direction. But I am so happy with this. Like, I kept thinking I'm not gonna be able to make this house work. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. And I am in love with this. Like, I'm gonna take so many photos so I can do it next year. I would love to put tall candles in these, but they would melt so bad right now. I would take these out, but they're like in it. As it cools off, if it's gonna stay cool, I may get some, like, I already have one that goes in one of these, but I may get 2 big candles. If they had glass in them, I could fill them up with pumpkins. Right now they're just gonna stay empty, but I am so in love with this. Like I said, I could do stuff out here, but I love just keeping our columns like plain and simple. We had plants here, but they didn't make it, but I just feel like it's so fun. It's like a fun surprise. Like, the closer you get to my door, like, the prettier it gets, and it's just so unexpected. I do have more orange ones, so next year I'll look for pots to put them in, but I had the hardest time finding pots this time of year. I'll have to do it during the summertime, but I feel like it looks really good.
From what the future had in store, love is a flicker in the distance. Oh, you try to grab it and it's gone. Won't you sing to me?
Let's address this side real fast. It needs to be a little more fall. I need pillows. The ones I want, I need to just go back and get them. I didn't want to spend the extra money that day, but I think it'll be perfect. They were like black, white, and orange, like plaid, like a big bold plaid. Plus, what you're gonna have to remember is here in a few weeks, Mr. Pumpkin Man's gonna be here, and it's gonna tie it all together. I just think it's a little soon, because although it's been cool, it shows we're gonna get back up into the hundreds again, so I'm just not ready to put Mr. Pumpkin up until about the beginning of October, but eventually that will help as well. Here we are now. It's a lot later. You can tell the sun's like going down, so there won't be any like shadows. I did turn the lights on just so you could see it one more time. I know it's like the same thing over and over, but I feel like lighting helps, and sometimes the camera, you just can't get a good view. There's Tiger modeling it, but I think it's perfect. I love it. It's perfect for this year. Like I said, I may add to this as time goes on, but I just feel like it's really fun. Got some cleaning and decorating to do. Some of this is new. Some of this I have just moved since I decorated my last video because it was driving me crazy. So we're just gonna go space by space. The first place we're gonna start is right here when you first walk in. At our last house, I used to decorate this area. It was like in our laundry room, but I wanna spice this up just a little bit for fall. I love decorating just little areas like this. I feel like it's fun. It doesn't take much. You still get that holiday vibe, whatever holiday you're decorating for. Plus, this is where we come in and out of our house, so it just brings that fall vibe in. Since we're not coming through the front door where like a lot of the decor is, we get to see it right here. I already feel like this is looking so much better. Like, you just get that fall feeling, and since this is right where we come and go, I kind of wanted to decorate this space for the holidays. Obviously we have jackets there. It's cooling off here in Oklahoma, but it's a fall vibe anyways. I did get a cute little basket, so I'm gonna try it here because it might look cute. If not, I could do pillows. We'll try both of them and see what we think. So right here you can kind of see what the basket looks like. I also brought in these pillows. I didn't love the pillows at all, and those were like $35 a piece, so that was gonna be $70 to decorate that little corner versus the just like $30 basket that actually has storage in it. I can keep all sorts of things in here like returns and all of that. So I went ahead and went with the basket, but now we're gonna head on into the entryway so we can spruce this area up just a tad bit more. All nice and clean now. So I just have a few like finishing touches in here. Like as you can see, I've already started decorating this area. I just needed to tweak it a little bit. So we're gonna add a few things and just elevate this space. Now this is a slick rug, like it slides and it's right here by our front door. So I just picked up these rug grippers. So I'm gonna figure out exactly where I want this and then put them on the four corners so I don't have to worry about it moving around and anybody like sliding, tripping, falling, any of that. I feel like this helped us so much, helps it feel more like fall.
And there you are, your heart is signal fire, you never fall.
Definitely make sure you get your rug exactly where you want it before you tape it down. Not that you can't move it, but you really don't want to be peeling it up and down because I don't feel like it's going to stick as well. So make sure it's right where you need it. If your house is anything like mine, there's like no center or just tons of centers. So I can center it with the table, I can center it with the hallway, I can center it with the door, but all of those are 3 different centers. So you just kind of have to mess around with it, see what works best and what functions best, like where people are actually walking, and then you can tape those corners down right there. These were really easy to use. Like one side says like on the floor and one says on the rug, so you know exactly where to stick it. So I stick it on the rug first so you know exactly where it's gonna be, and then I peel the other back off and then just stick it to the ground. Make sure you're keeping it pretty tight though so it's not loose once you're done. Look at how this space turned out. I love that it's clean, but I love even more that it's decorated, because this is what you see when you come in our front door. This is what like our delivery men that come all day long see. So anyone that stops by, even if we're not here, they see this space. And so I always want it to look nice, and I definitely want it to look festive, but I'm like trying to go very like luxe this year and just like look high end with my decor pieces, and I feel like we pulled it off. I've never really had an entryway rug. If I did, it was at our last house, and I don't know that I had it long, so it feels nice just to have this long runner. So you guys will have to let me know what you think. But now we're gonna flip around to this side, which is less appealing at this point. Basically, I do have to decorate our guest bedroom. I'm gonna be going in there in a little bit. I just have not been happy with it. That's what I picked up those lamps for. But I wanna get this space cleaned up. Just like I said, if anyone stops by, they can like see through my entire house. We're kind of like a fishbowl. You can see us back there swimming. We do have a gate at the front, so only the people we want coming in come in. But if someone stops by, I definitely want this picked up. So I'm gonna do a real quick speed clean in here, get everything tidy, and then we'll be decorating the next space.
Stepping out, it's Friday night. How I'm longing for this day. Yes, I'm single, oh, we want to mingle, and my friends are on the way. You got that good, good vibe. I want to spend some time back here with you. Oh, whoa. I got that good old times. You want to spend some time back here with me. Oh, whoa. And time after time, I am wondering who is she to me. I'm gonna tell you right now, 'cause she's the one I'm thinking of. Hey, the only one I'm thinking of. Hey, she's everything I'm dreaming of. Hey, the one that I can live without. Oh, that smile makes me tripping out. I wanna dance with you tonight. Yeah, you close to me, feeling good. I believe I gotta have you in my life. You got that good, good vibe. I want to spend some time back here with you. Oh, I got this good old times. You want to spend some time back here with me. Oh, and time after time, I am wondering who is she to me. I'm gonna tell you right now, 'cause she's the one I'm thinking of. Hey, the only one I'm thinking of. Hey, she's everything I'm dreaming of. Hey, the one that I can live without. She's the one I'm thinking of. Hey, the only one I'm thinking of. Hey, she's everything I'm dreaming of. Hey, the one that I can live without. Can live without. Time after time after time, I'm wondering who is she to me. I'm gonna tell you right now, 'cause
It's amazing how sometimes you just need to take 10 minutes and power through it, and you can get so much done, like so much clutter or things that need to be put away. Maybe it's laundry, whatever it is, just like take 10 or 20 minutes and just power through it, and you're gonna feel so much better once it's done and you have like a clean space again.
the one that I can live without. The one that I can live without.
Now, when I'm wanting my living room to look really clean, I will take the time and like fluff up all these cushions. I feel like I don't do it as often as I used to, but we also don't sit in here as often as we used to, like at the last house, because we always go to the movie room. But it is nice occasionally just to have it like all nice and like fluffy and just sitting up straight. I feel like it just makes the whole living room look clean, even if that's the only thing I touch.
To the next dimension, let's just let our bodies be true.
Now let's go ahead and take that vacuum like handheld attachment. My boys like to jump up here, and I feel like there's always like grass or just different things from them laying on it. So it's just nice to grab this and vacuum it up real quickly. Since I had it out, I went ahead and just went around the whole sofa because it doesn't take long to do. Also, if you're new here, I had this brought to my attention. I always say my boys, and so people that are new here think I have like sons. They're actually my fur sons. So I have George, who is a golden doodle, and then I have Tiger, who is a little Yorkie. He's a silky, he looks like a Yorkie, but basically if you hear me say my boys, I mean my fur babies.
Let's live life without regrets. Girl, put your faith in me, even though we just met. Let's forget about a curfew, cause all that is stuck in my head. It's me and you, pulse speed and my heart is racing, but I'm not sure I wanna pace it, cause it only does this with you. Our bodies meet, I can feel the tension, move us into the next dimension. Let's just let our bodies be true.
Let's pause and see a little status update. Things are looking so much better since those before clips. I got this whole area clean. The kitchen's all nice and tidy. I love just having like a clean open space in here. But now we're gonna head back to that guest bedroom and I'll show you what it's looking like and what we're gonna do. Before we head back there, I completely forgot to share these. I shared it over on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram and you wanna see more like up-to-date content, definitely go over there. I'll have the link down below in my description box. But I had been looking for canisters for months. Like even before we started building the house took like 8 months. We've been here probably 3 months. I finally gave up and I walked into Home Goods and found these for $12.99 each and I grabbed them. I love that they're like organic because this is like wood looking with black. I love the texture. Plus they fill the space more than my last ones. They're a lot taller. And a lot of you mentioned over on Instagram, they cover or hide my outlet. Everyone who said that, we can be best friends. So if you hadn't noticed those yet, I found them from Home Goods. Now bear with me, I've just been throwing stuff in here that I thought I might use. So this is kind of what it's looking like. And I'm just not sure about it. I mean, it is very organic, but I feel like we're missing the modern, and I really love the modern. And if you guys missed one of my videos, I end up moving the black fireplace in here. I feel like it just fits better. It's cozy for the space. But now I have all the black on this side of the room and then zero black over here. So that's why I picked up those lamps. I have not been loving these lamps. Like I looked high and low for like concrete lamps. And I just don't think I love the style, like the shape of them, I'm just not a fan of. So I'm also not a fan of this color in here. So we're gonna switch a few things out. I'm gonna take these mirrors down. I still wanna get like an artwork, like piece or something for above the bed. I just haven't found it and I'm trying not to rush into something. So this room won't be like 100% complete today, but we're gonna make this like so much better. So let's pull the pieces out that I don't like, put the pieces in that I found, and then I know like as I'm searching I'll find something for there, but I think we can still make this look a lot better than what it is right now.
Yes, I'm lost in the fun park now. Like a merry-go-round, your spiral going round, yeah. I've been racing you all through town. There's no limit to your speed, never ever time to beat, no. We just fired away without a second to ensure what we signed up for. I won't play it this way, no more. You'll be out the door.
This is like the last room in the house I'm really trying to figure out. Like it's okay and it doesn't get used a lot, but I just feel like it can be so much better without spending like a ton of money. So I'm just trying to like shop my house. I'm trying to take out the pieces I don't like, maybe get a few new ones, but basically just get this room a little bit more my style. I took out all the pieces I don't like, which is so funny because I thought I would love those lamps. I also loved those mirrors in my last house. I just cannot find a spot in this house that I like them. It's not that I don't like the mirror, I just haven't found the spot for them. Okay, but I promise you, like, it keeps getting worse, but it's gonna get better. So now let's decorate the space.
Underneath my skin, no one's ever gonna win, so we might as well get in now. Still the fights always leave a thrill. I can imagine how I will. You go on, I
Just a little tip, if you're wanting your room to look like bright, especially if you have like a lot of whites in the space and they can look dingy, make sure you're getting 5000K daylight light bulbs. It's going to make it look so much cleaner and so much brighter. For me, I do it because I'm doing filming, but it's a very pretty like cool tone instead of your like yellow warm tone. So if you're ever looking at pictures and you're like, why isn't my house that bright, or what's the difference? Buy daylight 5000K, and I promise you it's going to change the look of your entire house, and it's also going to look cleaner. Let's just take a moment and realize how much better that already looks. Like, so much better. All I did was pull out the stuff I didn't like. We've added these bigger lamps. I like the bigger round bases. I love the style. I love that it's starting to pull in the black to this side. I definitely want to get some type of art piece that has a little bit of black. Not a lot, but just to pull it up even more. But I still need to warm up this space. I'm not sold on these first 3 pillows now, but I'm going to get all the other blankets on there and stuff and see what it looks like.
Try to get up, you're dragging me down. Better back off, I'll turn it around. Try to get up, you're dragging me down. Better back off, I'll turn it around.
I really felt like I needed greenery on this side, but these branches were just too big. Like, this bed itself is put on like a smaller wall because it like, the door comes in a little bit right there, so otherwise I think it would be beautiful if it wasn't hitting the wall. I have greenery on the other side. I just need to find a way to balance it. I just haven't found the right piece yet, but now I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum it. Just another little perk about this vacuum, it's so thin, like it went all the way underneath the bed. You can watch me here. I was like, holy cow, I can vacuum underneath this bed. So if all the other features didn't sell you, that one might sell you right there.
I've been telling lies about something real, but I know love is based on honesty. Kept thinking how real love should feel, knowing that it's not just you, it's me, 'cause I was made to be free. I am made to be free. I am made to be free.
Okay, I think I am gonna throw this in this closet over here. I opened it up to see what was in here. I'll show you my dirty little secret. My sister came in, so I threw like all this stuff in here that I was getting rid of, and this is what's left. Chase's mom's actually having a garage sale soon, so I'll probably throw it in there, but that way I could just always throw stuff in here, and then when I got full I could take it. But I think it'll look nice when you open this up. It'll have like jackets, and then the cute little bin. And then like if company comes over, they can always check it to see if they want any of those pieces. I feel like I'm still in that like honeymoon stage in this house where I'm trying to figure out all my routines. I have a lot of them down. Like I have my laundry routine figured out. I have a lot of my cleaning routines figured out. I'm still trying to figure out where certain pieces go, like maybe donations, kind of like this. Do they need to stay in here? Do they need to go out into the garage? And I have like cabinets in our movie room and cabinets in our living room, and I'm trying to figure out which pieces need to go where. Plus we also have a lot of storage in our laundry, like utility room. So I'm trying to just figure out what works best with function and flow. So it's just taking me a little bit of time, but we are going to get it figured out. I think donations right here in the front may be the perfect spot. I know I keep saying this, but it is so much better. So I still have storage up there. Up here, I keep things like scarves, gloves. It's mainly like winter items because this is where we keep some of our like thicker jackets. I always put extra hangers in here, so if anyone wants to hang their coat, I don't feel like anybody ever comes in my house and like opens up a closet and hangs up their coat. but it's nice to have. And then that way, if they do want to set their purse down or throw something on it, they can. I can also tell them if they want to go through it. There's freebies in there. But this is one of those closets I could actually take that door off and it looks really nice. This side isn't as nice, just so you guys want to know. It's more like Savannah stuff. And then I keep like a really tall step stool in here so I can reach things throughout my house. Oh, I'm so sorry, that was squeaky. If you have a dog, give them my apologies, but that space definitely looks better, and I really like that basket in there. And I like that it has a lid, so if it's something I don't touch for a while, it's at least closed off and I don't feel like it can get dusty or buggy or anything like that, since it's gonna be in a closet with the door shut. Another thing I wanted to switch out, because I had been tidying up when I was working on the kitchen earlier, I've been picking up like nicer soap dispensers, and I feel like they upgrade the space so much. And like this one was $7.99. I feel like it looks nicer, it looks higher end, it's not a lot of money. So if you haven't like upgraded your soap dispensers, and I know if you have them like in kids' bathrooms and stuff, sometimes it's just easier to keep the ones you can throw away. But like in your powder bathrooms or guest bathrooms, try switching it out, and it really does make the space feel a lot nicer. I feel like we did really good today. I love how this space turned out. The closet looks amazing. I'm just so thankful all of this is clean now. One of my favorite spaces now is this little mudroom area. I cannot wait to decorate it for like all the holidays, like Christmas, because I love just having like a little vibe back here. We also got this bathroom done, the guest bathroom done, the guest bedroom done. Just a little real life behind the scenes. I still have laundry that needs to be done. And I have this pile over here. I'm probably gonna sell those. I need to go put these under probably the pool bath sink. I'm thinking these will be good for the pool bathroom. And then all those clothes I have to have Savannah try on, so I know what to keep and what to return. But other than that, we are looking good. Something we really enjoy doing every single day, and most of the time it's in like late afternoon, evening, is jump on our golf cart and go for a ride. It's just so relaxing, so calming. We love doing it as a family. I will say Chase and Savannah will go a couple times without me during the day, just while I'm working, filming, editing, doing all that fun stuff. But it is something we try to do every single day if the weather allows. Now, I will say every evening looks different for us, but every evening is pretty busy, cram-packed. Savannah's at dance multiple times a week. Most nights she has dance class. So you're gonna see in this video, it's just a lot of back and forth. It's just working when we can, cleaning when we can. So since I have some downtime, I like to get some laundry done. It could be Savannah's laundry, our laundry. Sometimes it's just blankets, just whatever it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and start that load. I will say most mornings is when I start like our clothing, if it's ours or Savannah's, unless I don't get a chance, and then I'll do it during this time. But typically this is just my bonus load. So it's like the blankets around my house, it's the dog bedding, it's extra towels or my cleaning rags, anything like that that's like not always done often or with our other items. This is the time of day that I'll throw those in. Now at this point, I know we're gonna be leaving soon, and that's when like the hustle and bustle starts. So I wanna do a tidy up, just a clean up around the house. So anything that's like on our island or anything like that, I like to put it away. Also, Chase and I like to run errands while she's at dance, so I'm gonna be putting things by the back door, things that need to go to dance with her. We also had library books that need to be returned, so I like to put it over there by our mudroom bench so we don't forget it. But this is where our night gets crazy. We're gonna be taking Savannah to dance and running errands, and so you're gonna start seeing what our evening looks like that you guys have never really seen before. Like I mentioned earlier, our evenings are crazy, so I dropped off those books. We're grabbing dinner since we don't have time to cook tonight. We're gonna eat in the car as a family, which I know sounds crazy, but we definitely just make our schedule work. And then she headed back into some more dance classes. Chase and I head home on this particular night so we can feed the boys because it's their dinner time. And I try to get some work done and things around the house before we have to head back out. I will say the boys know the routine so well. I always think it's so amazing how smart they are. Like, I don't even have to tell them their food's ready. When we get home, they know to go outside and go potty, and then they come flying in because they know we already have their farmer's dog food already in their dog bowls, and so they know to just come straight in and start eating it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and switch out some loads that I had started earlier this evening so I can let this dry while we're home. While we were out eating dinner, Savannah had a short break, and so she ran into like almost like an antique thrift store in our town, and they had gotten some really cute like black tees. She's really into like band tees lately, and so we grabbed those. And I'm just gonna throw those in the washer because I know when she gets home she's gonna want to sleep in one of them. Plus I got one as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that load started since we're gonna be home for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and put that bag away, and then I did a quick little shirt change. I was getting a little warm and we were gonna be walking around our town waiting to pick up Savannah from dance because they were doing like a jazz and art festival that evening, and so I wanted to walk around and not be warm. But first, before we headed back out, I took George and the boys. Tiger kind of stayed off camera. He wanders around out there, but I like to feed the fish. It is so calming to me in the evenings. We did this a lot while we were building. We would come over here while Savannah was at dance class, and Chase would fish or I would feed the fish. It's just nice standing out there and getting that fresh air and just seeing the fish eat. I swear they can hear my footsteps coming. Like when I start walking, you can see like the ripples in the water most nights that they're coming to me. So we definitely don't eat them. They're my friends, they're my pets, but they're just fun and calming to be around. It's always hard to leave them, but because of like our time schedule, I always have to. But the evenings that I don't have to like rush off, I swear I could sit out there for hours. It's so nice. And Chase's grandma gave us a bench from her house, so it just has so much meaning out there. So I just love it being out there in that space. But I'm gonna go ahead and go back inside. What you didn't see is we already took Savannah to dance one more time. I didn't show that on camera. I'm gonna switch the laundry again. As you can tell, it's not like a super busy evening, but it's just a lot of back and forth. It's a lot of just work when there's free time and get done what I can when I can. The sky was beautiful on this particular night. I shouldn't say this particular night. That's just something Oklahoma has. We don't have a lot of things. We don't have mountains. We don't have oceans. We don't have all of that. But we definitely get just beautiful sunsets, and I love getting to see them when I can. I will say the majority of my cleaning is in the evening time, even though that's our busy time. I really like mornings to be slow and calming. If I have to do a little bit of work, that's fine. But all of like my deep cleaning, like the kitchen and the floors and the laundry, I really like to focus in on the evenings. I feel like I just thrive more at night. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and do a tidy up again. I cleaned off the counters. Now I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum the floors from the day because we've been in and out all day long. So I like to get those clean. So that's what we're gonna work on now. Another thing you're not seeing me do a lot on this particular night is working in my office. I'm going to show it a little bit later, but most of the time when Savannah's gone to dance, if I can get home and get work done, that's when I like to get it done. So all my filming's normally done in the morning, but like sitting down at my desk and having to edit and do all that stuff, I try to do when she's outside of the house so she doesn't even know, and then we get more time together. We still homeschool her. So it's all just a balancing act and making it work. But if I can drop her off and I know she's entertained doing something she loves, I'll run home and get a lot of work done, whether it's the house or if it's like YouTube, if I'm working on videos or brand deals. I think I get asked a lot on this channel is like, how do you keep your house so clean? I always hope by these like routines, whether it's a cleaning routine or like an evening or morning routine, you can just see I'm always staying active. Like, I'm not a big reader. I don't have big hobbies. I really just love like tidying up my house, keeping it clean, picking it up, organizing, rearranging. And so that's what I'm constantly doing. When I have a break, I'm working on my house. So it's just easier for me to maintain it so it never just gets out of control. Having a house like this in the evening for Savannah to come home to after like a long day of dance is just important to me. It's important to provide it for Chase. I just feel like your house is like the state of your mind. And when my house is crazy, I feel like we're all crazy. We can't find anything. We're looking for keys. We're looking for dance stuff. Like, I just love that everything has a spot. I love that we have routines built in place. So, I mean, of course we get scatterbrained. We're busy just like any other family, but any routine that I can set in place just to make it a little bit easier, I do that. Right here, I'm already planning for my next day. So you're gonna see me, I get a notepad and pen. Chase likes to keep it on his phone. I'm just not that fancy yet. I like pen and paper, and I literally mark off my list every single day. I plan my day the night before, and then I mark it off as I go the next day. Just a little time update. It's 8:13 now. We're headed out for the last time to go pick up Savannah. So every night's different. Sometimes she's at dance even later. Sometimes she gets there even earlier. So like I said, every night's different, but for the most part, you can just kind of see how our routine works and how we just adapt to what we need to. When we're home, we push and get stuff done. Then when I am at the dance studio and I sit down and watch her dance, I'm not like panicking that I didn't get stuff done. I just try to work really hard when I can, so then when I take a break, I can take a break and enjoy that moment as well. the day's still not done. I'm still going to be working on laundry and anything else. But at this point, it's normally just like finishing up a few projects that I've already started. That way I can hear about Savannah's dance day, how it went. We can go over all her dances, if there's anything she needs. We can start talking about tomorrow. She likes to kind of plan ahead too and kind of go over like what is our day going to look like. So we're all just kind of built in this routine of how it works. I also want to mention, now that she's older and a teenager, she like brings me her laundry. So when she needs clothes, she knows to bring it to me so it's ready to go. Like if she needs her Leo done, she knows to get it to me Tuesday night so it's ready to go Wednesday. So if your kids are getting older, they can definitely help you out with those routines. So when she comes straight home, she gets in the shower from dancing all day, so that's where I can tidy up or finish up any of my chores until she gets out, and then we start going over the next day. In most evening routines, I show you like us closing the blinds and putting the house to sleep. I will say Chase helps me with a lot of that. So while I was doing the laundry, he had already come in here. Most of the lights are off. We leave a few on. He had also closed all the blinds. So we all just kind of have our chores and we tag team them together. I didn't feel like these blankets got dry all the way, so I'm going to go ahead and throw them in just for one more round. And then after this, I'm going to go ahead and put my pajamas on and go relax. We watch a show and go to bed. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this evening routine. I hope it gives you just something that you can change in yours to tweak just to make your evenings go a little bit smoother. I just started my 4th load of laundry and I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I not filming this? If you guys need motivation around your house, that is what I'm doing today. It's like reset, get it all done, all those terms we use. Basically, I've just got to get stuff done around here. So let's get started. I hardly ever have this much laundry on one particular day, but I feel like I've been super busy behind the scenes. I feel like I'm prepping for a lot of upcoming sales. It's that time of year. We're going to be Christmas shopping soon. So I'm trying to get products in. I'm trying to test them out to make sure I like them. So laundry had just gotten the best of me, but I'm not going to lie. There's just some Saturdays I love being stuck at home, just doing laundry. Chase is watching football. It's like even an extra bonus if it's like cold and rainy. It wasn't on this particular day, but it was just nice to like have the day off just to like play catch up or reset the house. I had one last like pool towel to put away. I thought it was funny just because I had one. Normally I have like a whole load when it was summertime and everyone was swimming. Chase still jumps in when he gets done mowing because he is so hot, but that pool has really cooled off because normally Savannah can swim in anything and it's even too cold for her. But like I said, Chase will jump in after mowing just to cool off some. I had been needing to restock this fridge for a while. Once again, during the summer, I was like on top of it because we had so many people in and out of the house. But I felt like once, we haven't closed our pool, but once we stopped swimming, I feel like there was less people over. And so I just hadn't looked in here in a while. Like I'll come in and grab my drink, but that's about it. But I noticed everything was getting really low, and I try to keep like the overflow down here in the cabinet just so it's really easy to restock it. So that's what I'm gonna do now, just so the next time someone comes over, we have nice cold drinks for them.
I feel good. I've been working on myself. I really try my best to change, but sometimes in a love fade, right? Maybe we should stay in bed, pretend that everything's the same, just a little play pretend, right? But baby, we're changing, we can't really help it. It's my decision.
This little bench right here is definitely my catch-all place in our home. So I feel like no matter what home you have a catch-all place. So mine's right here because most of our stuff is either going out in the garage to be recycled, going out to the garage to be returned so it can go in my car, or I'm needing to put it up in my attic. And yes, that's my fall leaves that I'm already putting up. I just couldn't do that piece any longer, but I want to save it for next year. But just in case you're wondering what my attic looks like, that is it. It needs to be organized. It's just kind of all tossed up there from when we moved, but I was waiting for things to cool down because in the summer it is so hot up there. But I tell you, by fall, it's like the last thing I want to do, but I need to pick a day and just go up there with Chase and just spend a few minutes like getting it organized. So I have a shelf up here. I didn't angle the camera well enough, obviously, so you can't see what I'm doing, but basically it gets really dusty up there, I think just because the shelf is so high. So I'm just moving my lanterns and a few different decor pieces. I have some like pumpkins up there, and I was just wiping that off because I had noticed last time it was pretty dusty. And then I went ahead and washed one of our blankets. I think George had gone on the sofa and laid on it at some point because it was starting to have that doggy smell, so I just got it clean, threw it back on the sofa, and now I'm gonna get some vacuuming done.
Baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try, but they can never take me down. Ooh, 'cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here, nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I will tell them what I'm feeling forever.
While I was vacuuming, our grocery order came, which is really good, so I can get all of this put away because we have like 0 groceries right now.
Care about the feelings not anymore. So let's show them that love is pure, no matter who it's for. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try, but they can never take me.
I'm not gonna lie, I love a good cleaning day. To me, it is super calming. It like re-energizes me. Like I love just being in my home, getting to work on it, especially like when you see the results of it at the end of the day. So I love cleaning, and I know some people love cooking, which I just don't get inspired by that. So I understand if you don't love cleaning, but hopefully this just motivates you a little bit to tackle some chores in your house, get something done that it needs to get done. It doesn't have to be your entire house. But I will say, when Chase and I take walks, he always laughs because I'll get jealous of other people cleaning. Like, not in a bad way, but like if I smell someone's laundry going, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to go home and do laundry. Like, it just makes me want to get it done. Or if I hear someone like with their windows open and they're vacuuming, I'm like, oh, I want to go home and clean my house. Like, I just love the way it makes me feel. And so that's why you guys are always seeing me clean on this channel. That's why my house stays pretty tidy, is I'm just cleaning every day because it literally brings me joy.
I'm gonna show that I got this love, 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 love. But I'm not afraid.
Now I'm restocking our pantry. It had been a while since I ordered chip bags. I'm not much of like a snacker, especially with like chips and salty items. I tend to go, like, I have a sweet tooth. So like I'll do the sweet tooth, and then Chase always grabs like popcorn or chips. So I didn't realize how low we had gotten on our chip bags. I walked in there and I'm like, oh my gosh, every bin is almost empty, which I think Savvy grabs them a lot, and then she'll take them to dance just to have snacks in between classes and stuff. So I just hadn't noticed it in a while because it's not something I grab. And so I'm gonna go ahead and restock the pantry in here. And then I had a lot left over, so I restocked our movie room like countertop as well.
Not afraid to love you. Come a little closer. I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. I feel like the ocean. I can see you want this too. Cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know. And I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes.
Okay, so I am obsessed with this Dr. Pepper Zero. Is that what it's called? Dr. Pepper Zero? Maybe zero sugar. But I've always loved Dr. Pepper, and so I had switched to diet, which was still good. But then I have this Diet Dr. Pepper Zero, and it is a game changer. So if you haven't tried it, try it. Sometimes it can be hard to find, so when I find it like this, I buy multiple packs of it because I don't know when I can find it again. Like, sometimes I come walk into Sam's and find it, sometimes Walmart has it, and then other times I'm like searching for it, so I never want to run out, so I always grab like multiple cases of it.
I wanna kiss you before the sun goes.
I paused my dryer for a second so we could do a catch up. So I've got this back stocked, which is nice. One day I'll come in here and like make it look pretty. I'm just trying to get everything like put away today. And this was getting really, really low. So I'm glad that's all back in order. And then down here in the pantry, we were like basically out of chips, so we ordered a ton. You guys saw I put them in here. I put them in the movie room, so I feel like we're like getting there. But now I want to clean off my countertop since like all the bags were sitting on top of them.
I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down.
I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna put up like a fall home tour. I normally always do it, but I will say my house is more fall inspired versus like pumpkins everywhere. I also like putting them up just because you guys can see the changes I've made throughout my entire house, because you guys know I'm decorating and doing stuff off camera all the time. Like even right now, if you're looking around, I've changed stuff in the kitchen. I've changed a lot of the stuff on the bookshelf, so you're getting sneak peeks here. But if you would like a fall inspired home tour, definitely let me know down below in the comment section so I know to get that filmed, or if I need to film something else.
So you think you were right? Bring it on, prove me wrong. Go put up a fight. The way I do will knock you down. You know there's an ocean between us. Don't go cry about it. Don't go cry.
It is truly amazing how many loads of laundry you can finish when you're at home all day long. Like I feel like when we have our busy days and we're like in and out, it's hard to keep laundry going, especially like when I leave, I don't want to leave my dryer on, so I really don't want to start a load and get it wet because I don't want it wet in my dryer. So I'm always trying to like time everything out correctly, and if I wait till the evening, our evenings are super busy. But like when you're just home all day long, you can just pump out that laundry. So I get why some of you guys just wait till the weekend. If you're gonna be home, it's an amazing time to do it. But if you're busy on your weekends as well, it's just nice to do one load a day so you can just get that load done, but then you never have this like mountain of laundry everywhere.
The way I do will knock you down. You know there's an ocean between us. Don't go cry about it. Don't go cry about it. You want me to take you in my trust. Oh no, you know that ain't the way. Oh no, there's nothing new in this game. You got to get it up.
The next thing we're gonna tackle is putting in our new air filters. We get these delivered to us, so like we get them so we don't have to think about it, but then we go and like put it in the hallway and we get so busy we keep forgetting just to put them up. And here our ceilings are so tall. It was kind of like that in our last house too. Like I can't really get to them. I can, but I'd have to stand at like the top of the ladder, and I am terrified of heights. So we just have to do it when it's most convenient so I can just help Chase. But right here, we do these every 3 months. We have a brand new house, and you're still gonna see how dirty it gets. Here in a second, I'm gonna show you a clip. But if you haven't changed out your air filters in a while, this is just your reminder. Like you can pick them up. I know like Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's has them. We like having them just delivered because to me it feels like it's the same amount of money, and then I don't have to remember to do it because I remember when they put them on our front porch or when they're just sitting in the hallway. So it definitely gets done sooner. In this house we have 4 different areas we have to do it, and every single one of them was like disgusting, and we do this every 3 months.
Give it up, give it up. You got to give it up, give it up. Give it up, give it up. I just wanna find, 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 I just wanna find somebody like you.
This one right here was definitely the worst, which kind of makes sense because this is where the door gets opened a lot. I feel like we come in and out a lot, and we come through our garage, so I feel like that door probably is bringing in like pollen and dirt and all of that. But it's always just shocking to me how dirty those can get. We have one more to replace, and I kind of show you an up close so you can actually see how dirty they are. But like for real, if you haven't changed yours out, go check them, and it's gonna make you want to switch them.
Like home. I just wanna find somebody like you, somebody like you, somebody like you. I just wanna find, 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 I just wanna find somebody like you.
can tell right here, kind of with the window right there on the side, it's actually getting dark outside. We had been cleaning most of the day. Like obviously I took breaks, I watched a few shows, we would stop to eat. Obviously we went and got Chick-fil-A. I'm carrying my Diet Dr. Pepper around, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish putting the rest of the laundry away. We're getting close to the end of the video, but not yet.
I just wanna find somebody like you, somebody like you, somebody like you. I just wanna find somebody like you, somebody like you, somebody like you. Someone to belong, something to hold on to.
It's later now, but I wanted to show you we did so well today. Look at George, he's exhausted. Like the kitchen, everything's clean. We were able to restock the pantry and put away all the groceries. This area got picked up. The laundry is done. Such a good feeling because that's how I started out this video. I was able to restock the fridge. So we did really good today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you got some type of cleaning motivation. Just go tackle one area and you'll be so grateful. I hope you guys have a wonderful week and I will see you in the next one. Bye.